friends, and hopefully it sets a tone for the rest of their life.
And empowering a child is giving them knowledge, giving them actions, giving them awareness of the world around them.
Find some way to take action for nature. Pull yourself off your phone and your computer screen and actually get out and remember what it's like to be human and be alive in nature. It will be healthier for you, and in the long run, it will be healthier for our community and for everyone. Give yourself that gift.
Council District 1, the city's housing authority, and community organization PATH teamed up to provide welcome kits for the new residents of the Alvarado Project Home Keys site. The unsheltered people who will move in will be able to live in a house that feels like home. Here's that story.
We are here at the Alvarado Project Home Keys site in Westlake in Council District 1. Today, the council member, along with the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles and PATH, are preparing and delivering welcome home kits to each of the apartments that will house people that are formerly homeless as well as at risk for homelessness.
We are thrilled to have a number of 8th grade students here with us today from Corpus Christi School in the Palisades, and they came to us to help us furnish these new units with what we call welcome home kits. At PATH, we have a fabulous volunteer program through which we partner with this school. The school did a fundraising drive, a goods drive, to bring in all of these welcome home items. So that's towels, linens, detergent, all of the items that make a house a home.
So we're just going to be going into the different apartments, and we're just going to try and make the place feel a little more welcoming for when the homeless individuals come, and by placing down our baskets and kind of just getting the apartments ready.
This is a forever home for anyone who wants to stay here, but for others this may be a place where they have a respite, they have an opportunity to think about what their next steps are.
I think every chance you get to help your community or give back, you just take it, because at the end of the day, it's not about making you feel good, but the people around you feeling good. And, you know, kindness is the key to life, and you definitely want to spread that.
Nativo Lopez was a Chicano activist who fought for equity and the protection of immigrant rights. His long-lasting contribution will now be honored thanks to the renaming of a park in Council District 1. His history and legacy will now be enjoyed by the community he inspired and so dutifully served. Check it out.
Good things are happening in CD1. This is the third park project that we've celebrated this month.
So we're here today for a kind of soft opening, right? A mini inauguration for a park to come named Nativo Lopez to pretty much recognize his legacy of community activism in the fight for immigrant rights.
And we're honored to rename this park after a man who spent most of his life engaging in activism for equity, as well as organizing protests against exploitation of illegal immigrants.
He was very instrumental in helping a lot of the immigrants with the process of getting their papers and help them get legal citizenship.
It's a great honor to be renaming this park on behalf of the history and legacy he has left behind.
This is quite a beautiful thing for the city to do, and we're happy to have this park for our community.
The community was indoors for like the past 2 years, so a lot of the residents are seeking a safe green space. This community has been advocating for a new, fresh park.
And we're just hoping that this will inspire other families and people to give back to the community now that they see that the city is giving back to them.
We can come here in the future, right, and reflect on the hardships that our community faces and kind of regain some energy and strength to keep on fighting the good fight.
Summer is here, and the high temperatures make Angelenos seek shade and, of course, swimming pools to stay cool. Well, I have good news because the pool at the Hansen Dam Aquatic Center is now officially open 7 days a week. So, Angelenos, grab your swimming trunks and get ready to splash all day long.
You are at Hanson Dam Aquatic Center. This is our opening day. We're always open for recreational swim, our water slide, and lap swimming.
It's great. The kids get to have more interaction with people and they have more exercise.
It's cool, yeah. I never really knew it was going to be open until just now.
And you already been in the water? How's the water?
The water's really cold.
We are open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekends, and we'll be open every day starting June 11th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. through Labor Day.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are all about baseball. Actually, it's much more than that. Maria Hall-Brown was at Dodgers Stadium to talk with Nicole Whiteman, CEO of the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation. She discussed all the ways in which the club is giving back to the community and what motivates her to keep advocating for social justice causes through the work of the foundation.
Well, we all know about the Dodgers' prowess on the field, but are you aware of the compassionate concern for the community? We're going to find out all the things that the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation does because I'm joined today by the CEO, Nicole Whiteman. So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Maria.
And so fun to be here at the stadium.
Yes, it's lovely when there aren't 56,000 people here.
What prompted the need for a foundation?
Yeah, so the foundation was actually founded by Peter O'Malley in 1995, and at the time he and the ownership group really wanted to make sure that they were providing a vehicle to the Los Angeles community that could very specifically hone in on mission-related items and causes that were important to Los Angeles.
The foundation is built on good intent, but what are the action items? What are the things that you guys
Yes,
do?
you know, we exist literally as a 501c3 to address LA's most pressing problems. And so what we're talking about is homelessness, education, healthcare, and social justice. We do the work through a social justice lens because we know that there are individuals in the Los Angeles community who are living in the shadows of Dodger Stadium, meaning that they aren't frequent visitors, but they may be fans, and we want to take responsibility for caring about them and their needs as well. The foundation is about opening doors. It's about access and opportunity. It's about using this big brand that is the Dodgers to amplify the voices of those who are living in underserved communities.
What would make you feel as if you've done your job well?
I think the biggest outcome for me is increased possibilities for the future for people here in the city of Los Angeles. It's that increase in quality of life, that increase in self-confidence, and strengthen communities. Those things are ultimately what we're aiming to do, and those would make me feel like, hey, we are being successful, we are successful.
The Grand Performances Outdoor Concert Series is back. Attend 50 free summer concerts at Levitt Pavilion or take your kids to a fun and free puppet making program. All this up next on Things to Do.
Council District 4 and Grand Performances are presenting the 2022 Outdoor Concert Series. This free summer series celebrates LA's rich cultural diversity through a unique lineup of world music, dance, and theater in an outdoor venue. Everyone is welcome at this grand series featuring acts like Black Nile, Ella's, Nick Smith, Lena Fornia, as well as many other great artists. All the performances will take place outdoors in the beautiful California Plaza located on 350 South Grand Avenue in downtown Los Angeles. The series is open to all ages and will take place every Saturday until September 30th. For more information, visit grandperformances.org or culturela.org. The beloved Levitt Pavilion is celebrating its 15th anniversary season with 50 free summer concerts. If you're a music lover, this is your chance to enjoy live music from over 20 different genres in a one-of-its-kind vibrant arts and cultural space from mid-June to early September. The 50 free summer concerts will take place at the Levitt Pavilion, Los Angeles, located in the northwest corner of MacArthur Park, near the intersection of West 6th Street and South Park View Street. The opening concert is on Saturday, June 18th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., and the last one will be on Sunday, September 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. For more details on when each concert takes place, visit levittlosangeles.org. The Palisades Branch Library invites your children to Puppetivity Palooza, a fun and inspiring puppet making program. Under the guidance of Lisa M. Friedman York, children will work with recycled materials to discover the magic of building puppets that represent real and imaginary creatures. This is a great chance for kids to ignite their imagination through storytelling and creative play. This free puppet making program is designed for children ages 5 to 11. Puppetivity Palooza will take place at the Palisades Branch Library on Thursday, June 16th from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Good morning and welcome to the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Tuesday, June 14th. I'm Nuria Martinez, the President of the City Council. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Blumenfield. Bonin. Buscaino. Cedillo. Absent. De Leon. Absent. Harris Dawson. Koretz. Krikorian. Lee. Martinez.
Present.
O'Farrell. Price. Absent. Rahman. Absent. Rodriguez. Wesson. Absent. 10 members present and a quorum, Madam President.
First order of business.
Approval of minutes of June 10, 2022.
Mr. Blumenfield moves and Mr. Krikorian seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Mr. Rodriguez moves and Mr. Lee seconds. Next.
Madam President, today's Tuesday and it's time for the flag salute.
Mr. Buscaino, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, sir?
With honor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, let's run through the agenda.
Items 1 through 18 are items which public hearings have been held. Items 19 through 27 are items which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Okay, without objection, those items are now before us. Members, you wish to call any of these items special, Mr. Buscaino?
Comments, please? One for comments. Item 1 for comments.
Item 1 for comments, thank you. Members, any other specials? Seeing no other specials, Madam Clerk, which are the available items for us to vote on?
Madam President, there are cards on 19 through 27, so those should be held on the desk. And what is available for council to vote on is 2 through 18.
Okay, let's open the roll on those items. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Bonin. I'm sorry, Mr. Bonin. I've had a really long weekend. I apologize. I'm looking at you and I'm like, Mike, Mr. Bonin. Which do you want to call any of these items special?
Yeah, I'd like to call 19 and 20 special for a separate vote, and 1 if it hasn't already been called.
Okay, 19 and 20, separate vote for Mr. Bonin. Okay, let's go ahead and open the roll on items 2 through 18. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
There has been a request to send item 6 forthwith. With objection, that will be the order. Let's move on to public comment. I'm going to take cards for Mr. Arnold Sachs. Mr. Buscaino.
On item 20, I ask that we continue it to next Wednesday, June 22nd.
You want to continue that till next Wednesday?
Thank you.
That is June
22nd.
June 21.
21. Thank you.
21. Without objection, we'll continue item 20 until next week, Wednesday, June 21st.
No, 22. 22.
Okay, you want to do it on the 22nd?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I apologize about that, Mr. Sachs. You have cards on items 19 through 27 in general public comment. Why don't we start with these 3 minutes for his items, and then we'll move into public comment.
Okay, you want to start with my 3 minutes on the items I held?
Yes, please.
Well, I'm concerned about item 19. I'm still wondering why the Affordable Care Act isn't used to help the homeless people. It's still a viable option. It's still available in the county of Los Angeles. It's on their agenda as an item open for discussion, and it's being held. And I'm concerned because of the $640 million that was taken out of the city of Los Angeles and the county and used to build the stadium in Las Vegas, and nobody stood up and said anything about that money being used. It could have been used to house almost 30,000 homeless people. And we've got more homeless people all over the city of Los Angeles. It's become a real sewer. You need to get out and walk around this city and see how crappy it looks with all the homeless people around.
I'm a bit confused as to
I'm
what
concerned
item
about item 20 with this REAP program, and I don't know why the city doesn't invest in using MICLA funds. Those are municipal issued City of Los Angeles funds that could be used in place of running people out of their homes or charging them stupid money. They could get involved with the landlords and upgrade the units while the people are just get a minimum amount of rent increase, and they could stay in their homes. I'm concerned number 23 mentioned something about homeless, and I'm wondering what's the difference between homeless and homelessness. It's the perception that you need to look at. It's focusing on the problem and not sweeping under the rugs. I'm concerned about number 25. It mentions they were giving money to the US Bank, but it's U period S period. And there is no bank U period S period. It's US Bank. And it's the logos that are important. And it's time to look at some of the things you see on TV and look at the logos for some of these things, and you'll notice they're kind of phony logos. It's about the internet and how it's being driven by one person. I'm concerned about pro-housing. They mentioned pro-housing in one of these items, and I don't know what pro-housing is about. I'm concerned about the waiting list for, I can't think of the word. I'm concerned about, the 27 items, you only have 2 neighborhood councils with any input. And that's getting to be a standard procedure for the city council. Why isn't there more neighborhood input on some of these items?
You can go on to your general, Mr. Sachs.
Okay. On my general public comment, I'm just going to list a whole bunch of things, and you can do whatever you want with them. You could thrust them, and you could shove them if you want to. I'm concerned. I've got this newspaper article about licensing, that people are testing positive for the coronavirus, but they're dying from COVID. So why are they tracking coronavirus when they're dying from COVID? What the fuck is going on? I'm concerned about the LA Arena Land Company. Does anybody know what that is? I know what that is. I'm concerned about Metro. There's different Metro. There's a Metro Corporation and there's a Metro Association. And I'm concerned about the Crenshaw Construction Company building the Aqua Line. And who's building the Crenshaw Line? I'm concerned about Mars Bioscience and how that's become a county investment, and what the hell is Mars Bioscience about?
Thank you.
And I'm concerned. I'd like to
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sachs. Next speaker is Marif. Is there anyone here by that name, Marif? See none? Next speaker is Richie Sanjenko. You fill out a card for general public comment in item number 19.
I think it was for general public comment 1, 19, and 20, please.
One comment has been satisfied, so the only items you can speak on is 19, 20 has been continued, and general public comment.
Okay, so 19
You can talk about number 1 during general if you wish. So let's give you a minute for number 19, and then you can go into general.
Thank you, Stefan. So this is related to the resolution pushed by Koretz and Buscaino. It's obviously these two are pushing forward this motion because they both hate unhoused people. They're attempting to make public property, they're attempting to make it illegal to be poor on public property. We oppose these 4118 motions and these zones that would make it illegal for the unhoused to sit, sleep, and lie in the designated sites Criminalization is an inhumane, costly, and ineffective response to homelessness. Even if shelter is offered, the city has shelter beds for only 39% of the unhoused population. So you're sweeping them away from these sites, Paul. You know, the other day when I saw you, I felt bad for being mean to you because you're so frail. But then I saw your consultants put something out about the youth.
Can we stick on the item?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'll go to general public comment. You know, these motions were born out. These 4118 motions were born out of failed mayoral campaigns. Joey 1% buckets couldn't even get 1% in the general election. Mike Fear, the city attorney who drafted the 4118, he dropped out before election day. These inhumane policies are being pushed by people like Kevin De Leon. Kevin, you thought you were going to be senator one day? That didn't happen. You thought you were going to be mayor one day, Kevin? That didn't happen. You're running for lieutenant governor in 2026, Kevin? That's not going to happen. You're fucking losing your shit, dude. You're putting your hands on activists, and one day, you're going to approach someone in the wrong way. You're going to approach the wrong person, Kevin, and they're going to light your cokehead ass up. We know about the strippers you put your hands on, Kevin. Your dirty secrets from Sacramento are coming out, bro. And put your hands on me again and see what happens.
Next speaker is Dylan. You're speaking on general public comment in item number 19.
19.
Yeah, start with item 19, please.
It is deeply inhumane to sweep people around the city instead of dealing with the root cause of the problem. The root cause is that they don't have housing, they don't have services, and that money you're spending on sweeping people could literally be spent on services and housing to actually solve the problem. But we know why you all don't solve the problem is because it's more flashy to sweep unhoused people around the city. And it's a shame on all of you. And I guess the rest of my time I'll get into public comment, or general public comment. For my general public comment, I just came to once again ask Paul Koretz why he has not returned money from serial killer Ed Buck. And I yield the rest of my time.
Next speaker is Ali. Ali, are you here? You filled out a card for general public comment in item number 19.
I'd like to speak on all available items, please.
That's you only filled out 2 cards.
What's that?
General public comment in item 19 is the cards you filled out.
Okay,
so you can start with item 19.
Can I add another one?
No. Go ahead and speak on item 19, and then you can have your minute of general public comment.
Okay.
Go ahead, begin.
I usually say good morning when I come in and give a public comment, but fuck that. This is not a good morning. My name is Elia Rahimi. I was born and raised in CD5. That's right, correct? You represent me.
Can you address the chair or the whole council? We can't hear you.
Council, answer a question for me. How do you all sleep at night? I myself have sometimes trouble sleeping, thinking of what my neighbors are forced to go through. But how do you guys sleep knowing that you have blood on your hands? As time goes on, I'm more and more blown away by how much the city council has accomplished. Seriously, it's insane the progress you've made with criminalizing unhoused people. If only you guys had that same speed, determination, and passion to provide actual housing and services for unhoused people. When you guys passed 4118 last summer, I honestly could not think you guys could get more heartless. But every week, I'm more and more disgusted by this group of ghouls, especially you, Paul. You're proposing to enforce 4118 on Blackburn and La Cienega. For those of you unfamiliar, that is right across the street from the Beverly Center. It is so fucking clear that you are prioritizing the rich and privileged over the impoverished.
And you can go into general. Go ahead.
Over the impoverished and disadvantaged. It's because they're lining your pockets, huh? Howard, Suncan, and everyone else. I didn't forget about the illegal LADWT fundraiser, by the way. Oh, did you return the money from Ed Buck yet? Criminalizing unhoused people isn't going to do shit done except to displace and further traumatize and destabilize them, keeping them on the streets for longer. You do realize that 4118 just makes the issue worse? Surely you're not that stupid. Displacement also especially harms neighbors who are sick or disabled. You don't actually give a shit about unhoused people, you just don't want to see them. Unhoused people are people too, and you all seem to forget that. On average, 5 unhoused people die every day in Los Angeles. That is because of you. Are y'all really going to try to make unhoused people owning bikes illegal, as if 4118 was not enough? Many unhoused Angelinos rely on bike repair for a living. Additionally, how are unhoused people supposed to get around? Especially when you're enforcing 4118 sweeps on encampments. Cars are expensive, metro is not free. What other options are there if not for a bike?
Thank you.
Even if you don't see them, unhoused people still exist.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker. Thank you, speaker. The next speaker is Kyan. Is there anybody here with that name? Okay, seeing none. Next speaker is Ray. You filled out cards for general public comment in item 19. You can start with the item
19?
first.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Start with 19, please.
Okay. You have all failed to create adequate shelter and housing options. You failed to create affordable housing. And when it comes to representing our communities, our youth, your constituents, you're all monumental fucking failures. 4118 is cruel. Criminalizing being unhoused when you've done nothing to provide any meaningful services or options, it's not only counterintuitive, it's exceptionally cruel, and you all have blood on your hands. Like Ellie said, 5 unhoused people die every single day on the streets, and that is all your fault. And the fact that you have the audacity to continue to push for more 4118 just shows that you don't care about us. You care about your fucking money. You care about lining your pockets, and it's unacceptable. You want to sweep unhoused people away because you think that if you don't see them, they don't exist anymore. Well, you have blood on your hands. I have no idea how you sleep at night. I have no idea how you have children or friends or family that know what you do and don't hold you accountable. I don't fucking understand. Vote no. It's absurd.
You can go into general now.
General comment. I think I said most of what I have to say, but general comment, fuck it. Cedillo, your staffers were intimidating and blatantly breaking the laws at vote centers on June 7th. Yeah, that's all. Vote no on 1920. Yeah, fuck you guys.
Maggie Kelly is the next speaker. You signed up to speak on item 19.
Yes.
Go ahead.
If you proceed with enforcing locations under 4118, then you are contributing to breaking the bonds of community and outreach which people living on the street cope with their situation. You are separating them from outreach workers and friends, such as myself and many others who are listening, that provide them with access to various forms of support, food, medicine, and harm reduction resources. You are contributing to the isolation, abandonment, and stigmatization of our city's most vulnerable people who have histories of trauma, violence, and layers of disadvantage. Municipal codes that restrict where a person can legally exist or exist at all are unconstitutional and a violation of 8th Amendment rights. Every cop, every fucking sanitation worker, every fucking council member, every low-level politician who sits silently and enables these laws is guilty of conspiracy. Not only is everything you're doing unconstitutional, but it's morally bankrupt. The city is trying to legislate unhoused people into insanity, substance use, and prison because you want them to disappear.
The next speaker is Dr. Truth Bay. Are you here? You fill out a card for general public comment.
I actually signed up for all items. I asked multiple items.
The only ones that I show, which are the other items?
23, 12, 14, 19.
12 has already been voted on? No, item number 12 has already been voted on.
Okay, so
You can
basically,
speak on it in general public comment if you wish.
Okay, well, I have 2 other agendas.
So you have,
Agenda
you only
number-
filled out a card for general public comment. So you were, I saw you back there, you were attempting to fill out a card for what other item?
Okay, I'm sorry. So I do general public comment, but I signed up for the 3 items. Do I come back later for the other 2?
No. I just want to make sure. I saw you back there trying to sign up. Which are the other items you want to sign up
Yeah,
for?
I'm signing up for Bianca Vey. She's signing up. I signed up for item 21, 23,
Okay, that's fine. So you can go ahead and have your 2 minutes for your 2 items and then your general public comment.
Okay.
Start with your 2 items.
Okay, so briefly, the budget for District 8, we have a transfer of funds totaling $2.7 million, specifically for homeless service assistant. You have homeless prevention services, neighborhood service enhancements, council district community services. So as we know, District 8 is one of the lowest performing districts out of all 15. And so if this $2.7 million is going to improve it significantly, I would love to see, where's Harris Dawson? I would love to see greenery sprout out. I'd love to see the liquor stores disappear. I would love to see more youth centers built, and especially emergency shelters, which is the #1 issue in every district. We request that there are 3 warehouses in every district to be used as emergency shelter to remove the encampments, since this ordinance of making it illegal to sleep in certain areas, we know that's targeting the homeless. So let's be fair about this. They're empty warehouses. You have nonprofit organizations going through the policy of trying to get HMIS, capacity building, simple things that LASHA should be doing, but they're not doing that. So we're asking you directly, please, in your district, specifically in Skid Row, District 15, District 8, and District 9, you have a high rate of meth, crime, homelessness, and the same thing, people need housing. So while they get permanent housing, they got to get temporary shelter. Excuse me. So I'm asking you that you guys work together to let these warehouses be turned into ESGs, where a lot of CBDG funding needs to go. So, lastly, the EHV vouchers, LASA said it's going to take 6 months to go over all of the 30,000 applicants, which it shouldn't be. So let's give an alternative other than the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority that is apparently doing a very, very egregious job. It's too much federal funding being wasted for no reason.
And if you wanted your general, please go ahead.
Do you want your 1 minute of general public comment?
Yes.
Go ahead.
We want to work with you. We are your constituents. Juneteenth is coming up. It's not just Pride Month. It's not Stop Asian Hate Month. We have to recognize African Americans at not getting the resources that they need. Juneteenth is important because each of you are going to have a day off, federal holiday. But blacks are still #1 incarcerated. Blacks are still 56% homeless. Businesses, African American businesses, are not getting the equity. So when is it going to end? So we're asking for this month to turn some of that funding, homeless funding, specifically for homeless families, African American families who are sleeping in their cars. Same thing. Once African Americans are taken care of, you know every other race will be taken care of. So let's call it what it is and stop the racial disparities of what's happening, especially for intelligent African American service providers who are here to tell you the solution. We don't want to be cut out the table. We just need to help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Jamie Failer. Jamie, are you here? You filled out a card to speak on item number 19.
Hi, I want to speak on item number 19. This is for Councilmember Corrett's proposed 41.18 sites, one of which, the new one on Blackburn, is 0.1 miles from the Burton Way 41.18 zone that already exists. These residents who are on Blackburn were displaced from Burton Way and not offered any services or support because they were displaced from there and not offered anything. There have been sweeps almost every week. We have, as a group, have been present for these. Field deputies have shown up one time after we have emailed and been stonewalled by them several times, after being agreed to meet with along with our unhoused neighbor who's subjected to some of these harmful sweeps, one of which was during the LASA pause. However, Koretz, you opted out of pausing sweeps during that time. He himself, and we have on video and sent to your office, was the one who was sweeping the alley while sanitation and cops stood around. I want to read, if I have time really quickly,
you,
just on
Speaker.
general public comment, some of the notes I
Speaker,
have from
your
people who
time's
couldn't
run out.
attend.
Thank you. Next speaker is Kelly Clift. Kelly, are you here? You fill out a card for general public comment.
Yes, I did. Good morning.
Good morning.
A reminder of my father, Walter Cliff, murdered. Number two, I'm a Christian woman, and it's very upsetting when people murder, when people steal your money. There's a church called Bread of Life Foursquare Church, 5179 Washington Boulevard, zip code 916. Somebody stole my money, settlement money, and gave these people $70,000. I would not give a church $70,000 when I need the money. And off my case number 21STC V06217. Kelly A. Cliff versus Los Angeles District Attorney's Office. James V. Billick is the attorney. It's coming from City Attorney Mike Fuhrer. Just to let people know, people are stealing my settlement money, but I don't get upset as far as going out killing people and cursing you out because I don't want you to take it out on your family. And that's in my lawsuit. Police officers abusing their families.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next speaker is Kelly Byrne. Kelly Byrne? That person is not here. I will go ahead and close public comment for today's meeting. Let's move on to item number 1, call special by Mr. Buscaino and Mr. Bonin. Mr. Buscaino?
Thank you, Madam President. Members, during the past several years, we have seen a proliferation of bike chop shops, informal operations where bikes are disassembled and parts are sold or traded on sidewalks and other public spaces. Most often, these bikes are stolen and quickly disassembled and sold for parts. And unlike the motor vehicle, where VIN numbers are placed in multiple locations, serial numbers on bikes are usually only in one location and are much easier for thieves to file off. Furthermore, most bike owners don't keep documentation of serial numbers, which makes it difficult for police officers to prove a specific bike that matches a description of one reported stolen is in fact the same bike. Now, the ordinance before you will prohibit the assembly, disassembly, sale, distribution, or storage of 5 or more bike parts, a bike frame with gear cables or brake cables cut, 2 or more bikes with missing bike parts, or 3 or more bikes on public property. Now, excuse me, Madam President, this is outrageous.
Sergeants, can you please ask her to leave?
So please be quiet right now. You've been asked to be quiet. Stop. All right.
She
Madam
continues to
Speaker,
be
I recommend
disruptive.
we eject this person.
You got to go.
Okay. Sergeants, can you please ask her to leave? Thank you.
Now,
so you've been ordered
She
to leave
continues
quietly.
this-
Please leave quietly. You're disrupting the meeting. Stop doing it.
okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Buscaino. The speaker's shouting as she leaves.
Okay, I'm sure it's going to happen again in any given minute. So, now, contrary from what you hear from others, including the disruptor, these ordinance before you will not prohibit someone riding a bike from repairing a bike that broke down while riding on a public street, and in fact, it expressly exempts this activity. I believe this ordinance will give LAPD a necessary tool to reduce bike theft, clean up our streets, and improve the quality of life for residents across the city. I want to thank Virginia Choi, Valerie Flores from the City Attorney's Office for drafting this ordinance and getting it to us quickly and addressing the concerns of members expressed in our previous committee hearings. Also, like to thank Ms. Rodriguez, Chair of Public Safety, Mr. Blumenfield, Chair of Public Works, for moving this item in both of their respective committees. Thank you.
Mr. Bonin?
Okay, please be quiet, whoever's shouting in the audience.
Mr. Bonin?
No, I just wanted to vote.
All right, thank you. Let's go ahead and vote on this item. Open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the vote.
11 ayes, 3 noes.
Okay, let's move on to items 21 through 27. Let's go ahead and open the roll on those items. Close the roll and tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
Let's move on to item number 19. Let's go ahead and open the roll. Close the roll and tabulate the vote.
11 ayes, 3 noes.
Okay, Madam Clerk, where are we at now?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Those are posted and referred. Members, are there any announcements? Members, anyone have any announcements before I go to adjourning motions? Mr. Koretz, announcements?
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to welcome the students and professors from Cale University, Judge Stephen Howell, and our very own Howard Gluck, who retired not long ago from our city attorney's office. Cale is in the Black Forest region of Germany near the Rhine River, a stone's throw from Strasbourg, France, on the other side of the Rhine. And the students from the University of Applied Sciences at Cale's School of Public Administration have been visiting here for the last 6 years. The school has 2 bachelor's degree programs and 4 master's degree programs, and all specialize in areas of public administration. And graduates have gone on to work in civil service and state agencies or municipalities, in mayor's offices and city managers. And today the students are here to learn about the structures and function of public administration in the U.S. and compare them with the processes of German administrations. This trip was also intended to promote understanding and experience between German and U.S. citizens and cultures. And in addition to the LA City Council and the City Attorney's Office, they'll be visiting Arizona State University, San Diego County Administration, and the Santa Barbara City Council. And as part of their curriculum, they'll eventually be presenting on the legal and ethical considerations around capital punishment, the resocialization of criminal offenders, freedom of expression in the digital space, weapons laws in Germany, and disaster control in Germany. And with that said, colleagues, I'd like to once again extend a warm welcome to the students and staff from Cale University and wish you all the best for the remainder of your studies. And if you'd like to stand up so the council can see you. Let's give them a big hand.
Thank you very much, Mr.
And of course, I would say also, you may have learned something about the First Amendment as well from some of our interesting speakers.
Mr. Sanjanko, this is your
And even a better
first and final
example.
warning. Thank you, Mr. Chris, and welcome to our guests. Are there any other announcements, members? Seeing no other announcements, can we all rise for adjourning motions? Are there any adjourning motions to my right? Adjourning motions to my left? Okay, seeing none, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.